Ubuntu server long-term support, April 2024. It's been benchmarked. The reasoning for the benchmark is, for whatever reason, developers seem to have gravitated towards Ubuntu server. I'm guessing because it might be similar to Ubuntu desktop. Well, let's see how it's benchmarked. Let's see where it's ranked. So when it comes to, since this is a server with no desktop environment, you just get a console, and you can see here, Postmarket OS, Alpine, NixOS, FreeBSD, Debian, EndeavourOS, and Ubuntu server LTS. Are there any other servers here? No. This is the worst performing server that has been benchmarked so far. 403 megs of RAM. This is no desktop environment, no window manager, no display manager, no login manager. And it's using 400 megs of RAM. For what? You could be in 85 megs of RAM. It's good that there's no system load. It would be odd if there was, like, for example, Postmarket OS. For some reason, it has 1.33 as a system load. It's odd. Generally, it should be 0. When you're running a server, I don't know why that's 5.62 on FreeBSD. Generally, when you're running a server, you want to optimize for your applications, not for your operating system. You don't want the operating system to be using any resources. You want it dedicated to the application. 4 gigs of disk usage is not the worst. For some reason, EndeavourOS, which is based on Arch, is using more. It should be under a gig, 985 megs on FreeBSD. Debian is not great. And then, what are we doing here? 347 megs of RAM. So less than half a gig of disk usage. You could have a server. 10-second reboot time. That's not so good. When it comes to servers, uptime is a huge thing. 6 seconds, okay. 5 seconds, good. I've seen 4 seconds, but that benchmark isn't out yet. 8 seconds is pushing it. But Ubuntu, what are they doing? This is hard to recommend. Ubuntu is based on Debian, so why wouldn't you just run Debian? Everything about Debian is better than adding another layer. I mean, I guess, does Ubuntu provide support that you can't get when you're running Debian? There's gotta be people who provide support for Debian. I don't know, maybe it's an ecosystem thing? Who knows? But this, I don't understand why somebody would recommend this when you have other options available that run great. You can run Ubuntu on your server, you can run Ubuntu on your desktop, you can run Ubuntu on your phone, but when we reboot here, I'd rather we didn't run Ubuntu anywhere. So we've got log output on the shutdown, we got log output on the startup. You can not do any worse than that unless you're Ubuntu.